Hello everyone!
Good morning!
Back again for another episode of filming while completely out of breath while we climb a mountain. And on today's edition, we are climbing Roan Mountain. And this is going to be a fun one because Roan Mountain is the start of something very cool. It's the start of the Roan Highlands. Not to be confused with the most popular highlands on trail, the Grassy Highlands. Those are still coming up. Those are farther down the trail in Virginia. But these are the Roan Highlands. The Grassy Highlands are so popular because of the wild ponies. But, no cool wild animals. At least unusual wild animals on the Roan Highlands. But what we do have is a series of grassy balds, which should have some very, very nice views on them. I think I don't remember how many we're actually going to cross over. I want to say at least 3. And it's roughly a 15-mile section of trail that we're going to be in the Roan Highlands. Starting the day around mile 371.7, I believe. It's day 39. And we're just going to keep heading up this mountain. There's a few cool things right at the top of Roan Mountain here. Right at the start of the Highlands, there is an old site of a hotel, the Cloudlands Hotel. Not sure if there's much to see. I think it's pretty much just a vacant site. And then also there is a pretty nice hostel, which is the highest hostel on the Appalachian Trail.
Is it?
Yeah, it is. Highest.
You're teaching me something new.
Highest elevation. It's up over 6,000 feet. So we will show you all of those when we get there. Then shortly after, we'll be in the Highlands looking at some cool balds. So let's get started on this one. Made it to the top of Roan Mountain. We're now at the start of the Roan Highlands, and we got our first attraction here. This big empty plot was the site of the Cloudland Hotel back in the 19th century. I guess it was a really big hotel and resort. Not too much information on it now, and nothing really left here. Actually, I see a plaque over here. I bet that'll tell us about it. Let's go see. Yes, the Cloudland Hotel. Looks like it was kind of big. I guess the only way to get up here was walking or a railroad. And it shut down after 20 years. Pretty cool. Looks like we got a little bit of leftover from the hotel over here. Just another 100 yards down trail, we've got a chimney. A trailside chimney. I guess also left over from the hotel. And just a little farther up here, another half mile, we're going to get to that shelter. It's the highest on the AT. So I'll be there in just a minute. There it is. This is Roan High Knob Shelter. Elevation, 6,270. Cool. And it's even 2 stories. Oh. Cool.
That's it?
Yeah. Very nice. Well, we were eating lunch at that shelter, and then we started getting a little bit of a light rain, so we suited up in the rain gear, hiked on out of that shelter. And we're going a little bit downhill here, but we are in the Highlands now. I'm excited to get to our first grassy bald. Should be coming up, I don't know, hopefully soon here. The Highlands are only 10 or 15 miles long, so we will walk through most of, if not all of them today. And the rain let up a little bit for now, but I'm going to keep the rain gear on just in case it decides to start again. But either way, it's a beautiful section of trail we've got here. We're up here in the spruce trees, spruce/fir, something like that. And very nice. It smells like Christmas trees, and it's real pretty. All right, we've got our first grassy bald right here and some great views. This one is called Round Bald. Round Bald, mile 381, I think. And it looks like you see the next one up ahead there. Pretty sure that's Jane Bald, which we will be too. In like a half hour, maybe. Pretty nice. Got two more peaks in the Roan Highlands. We're on one of them right now. This is Little Hump Mountain, and then you can actually see Hump Mountain up ahead there. And there's actually one more. It was called like Grassy Bald or something. It was right after Jane Bald that we skipped because it required a big side trail and it was like another couple hundred feet of elevation up. But these are the last two, and I believe Hump Mountain is going to be the end of it because we start going way downhill immediately afterwards. So we'll show you this one behind me here, and then we will go look at Hump Mountain. And I believe that is going to be it for the Highlands. And then we got some more fun stuff coming up tomorrow that we will share with you then. So let's keep walking here. Hump Mountain. As far as I know, it's the last of the Roan Highlands peaks. I believe it's the last grassy bald. But it also looks like we've got a lot of grassy bald coming up behind me here on the way down. So it's all downhill from here, all the way down to the intersection of US 19E, I believe it's called. Then there's an opportunity to go into town, and there's a couple hostels down there. So we're gonna finish this little grassy section and find a campsite somewhere along here, and we'll see you in the morning. Leaving North Carolina. Good morning again. It's the start of day 40. And at the end of the day, I think I mentioned that that Hump Mountain was the end of the Roan Highlands, and I'm going to correct myself and say that the couple miles after that were also included, because we were on some nice highlands, like grass bald for basically the next couple miles after that. So if you saw that sign this morning, it said leaving North Carolina, and it's a little confusing because that sign would make me believe that that's where we officially leave North Carolina for the last time, because we've been hopping in and out between North Carolina and Tennessee for a while now. But when I look at a map, there's one more little section about 9 miles ahead where we walk through North Carolina for like 0.2 miles. So I don't think we've officially left North Carolina yet. I'm going to save that celebration for a little bit later. But, yeah, I don't know what that sign was getting at. And also, we had our biggest day yesterday. Ashley, you realize that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know how far we went?
I don't even know how far.
We went 20.6. So we finally got our 20-mile day. That's our first day that's actually over 20. We had a 19.8 prior to this. So now we're just walking down this hill down to the intersection where the trail meets US 19E. It's right around mile 395. And there's a couple hostels there. We're gonna walk over to one of them. There's like one in each direction. They're both walking distance, but a far walk. I think they're between like a half mile and a mile. So we're gonna pop over to one of them and probably grab a couple extra days of food to get us to the next hostel. And we're planning on going to the Boots Off hostel, which is, I don't know the mile marker. It's around like 420 something, maybe 428. But we need a couple more days food to get there. So quick resupply and then hit the trail again. Not sure what the weather's supposed to do today. It might rain a little bit today like it did yesterday. But hopefully it's not harder than yesterday, because yesterday was pretty manageable. All right, we made it to the station where we're gonna get our resupply. And this is at mile 395. And they've got pretty good resupply options. We could take a look back here in the resupply room. And besides just getting our resupply, they're also known for a bar with a large variety of craft beers. And there's also a karaoke night and a little hangout area in the back, which is very nice. And also it's dog friendly, so Buddy got to come inside and check it out. Hey, Buddy. We grabbed a quick lunch, a couple hot sandwiches, and then we're headed back out on the trail. All right, we made it to another big mile marker. Are you ready? No one's ready.
Oh, everyone!
400.
We did it!
And for the couple people who asked, explosion.
Oh, there she is! Everyone! And we made new friends along the way.
Yes, we're here with Houdini. And crap.
No rush! Come on! I'll never forget it. Don't worry, no rush.
You won't forget.
No, I won't.
Nothing like another 100 miles. And right after the 400 mile mark, we got a side trail to a big old waterfall here. Did anyone catch the name of the waterfall? Jones Waterfall. Was it Jones Creek? Jones Falls? Oh, wow. That is a serious waterfall.
Yeah, we're not going swimming in this one.
It's pretty though.
Well, at least you're out of the high tax state.
Yeah.
It's a nice state. High electricity, high school.
Well, we have made it to the end of day 40. And I think that's where we're going to wrap this one up. That last shot I just showed you there was Mountaineer Falls Shelter. It's a 3-story shelter. Unfortunately, it was a little full, so we are on the 3rd floor with Buddy. So we're all going to be sleeping cozy up top tonight. And it's a cool little shelter. There is a waterfall, which I suppose is why it's called Mountaineer Falls. Didn't take a good shot of the lower end of the falls, but there's a short trail to the upper end of the falls right here. And you could look down behind me. It goes over and drops about 50 feet right there. Let's actually walk over, see if we could take a peek over slightly. Okay, yeah, we could get a little bit better of a view from over here. If you look down here, you can... Whoa, that's a crazy angle. There we go. There is the waterfall on its way down. And there's a couple hikers down there. So, a bunch of cool stuff today. Stopped, resupplied at the Station 19 shelter. Met up with Explosion again. We hiked with her all day today. It looks like we might spend a couple days with her. I'm not sure when we'll end up leaving this group we're with currently. People are always shuffling around out here. Buddy is having a great day because we only did I think it was 12 or 13 miles today. So he's still full of energy right now. He's just losing it over here. But we're going to wrap it up here, mile 404, and we'll catch up with you next time. Hope you enjoyed those Roan Highlands, and I'm sure we'll have more interesting stuff coming up for you very soon.